My name is Hannah and I'm 29 years old. I flew 17 hours to attend my sister's wedding. At the venue, my parents stopped me. Leave, only family is allowed, you weren't invited. For a second, I genuinely thought it was some kind of cruel joke. I had my dress, my gift, even the speech I spent weeks writing folded neatly in my purse. But the look on my mom's face wasn't joking. It was cold, distant, final. My dad didn't even look me in the eyes. He just stood there like a guard blocking a stranger. I'm her sister, I said quietly, my voice already trembling. What are you talking about? My mom sighed like I was the problem. Hannah, don't make a scene. This is her day. You weren't invited. Please just go. Heartbroken, I left. I wish I could say I argued, that I fought for my place, but I didn't. Because in that moment, something inside me broke. This wasn't the first time they had treated me like I didn't belong. My younger sister, Chloe, had always been the favorite. Perfect grades, perfect smile, perfect life. And me? I was just there, the extra, the inconvenience. Still, I never imagined they would go this far. I sat in my rental car in the parking lot for almost an hour watching guests walk in, laughing and celebrating, while I tried to understand how I became a stranger to my own family. I checked my phone again and again, hoping Chloe would call or text anything, but nothing came. Eventually, I drove away. The next 3 days felt like a blur. I stayed in a cheap hotel, barely leaving the room. I kept replaying everything in my head, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Had I missed something? Had I done something so terrible that I deserved this? But deep down, I knew the truth. This wasn't about me. This was about them. About years of favoritism, silent comparisons, and always putting Chloe first. Then on the third day, my phone rang. Mom flashed on the screen. I stared at it for a long time before answering. Part of me didn't want to pick up, but another part, smaller and weaker, still hoped for an apology. Hello, I said cautiously. Her tone was completely different this time. Not cold, not distant, urgent. Hannah, we need to talk. I let out a dry laugh. Oh, now you want to talk. She ignored that. The bill is $38,000. How are you going to pay it? I froze. What? The wedding bill, she said, like it was obvious. It's under your name, the venue, catering, everything. They're asking for payment. My heart started pounding. That's not possible. I didn't sign anything. I wasn't even. I stopped myself as the realization hit me like a truck. Wait, what do you mean it's under my name? There was a pause, just a second, but it was enough. And in that silence, everything clicked. They didn't just exclude me, they used me. Every ignored call, every vague answer when I asked about the wedding plans, every time they brushed me off, it all made sense now. They had put my name on the contracts. $38,000 and then told me I wasn't family. I tightened my grip on the phone. You're telling me you used my name for the wedding contracts? Hannah, don't start, my mom snapped. We'll figure it out. You're good with finances, right? Just handle it. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was so unbelievably absurd. I wasn't invited, I said slowly. You told me I wasn't family, and now you expect me to pay for it. It's already done, she shot back. Stop being dramatic and take responsibility for once in your life. That was it. That was the moment something inside me shifted. For years, I had stayed quiet, avoided conflict, and tried to keep the peace no matter how badly I was treated. But this was different. Good luck proving that was me, I said calmly. Silence followed, not confusion, but panic. What do you mean? She asked, her voice tightening. I mean, I never signed anything, I replied. I wasn't there, and if my name is on those contracts, then someone forged it. Hannah, stop exaggerating, she snapped, but I could hear the crack forming in her confidence. We just handled things for you. It's still your responsibility. No, I cut in, my voice sharper now. It's a crime. That word landed heavily. For the first time in my life, I wasn't backing down. You need to pay the bill, she insisted, desperation creeping in. They're calling us nonstop if this goes legal. If it goes legal, I interrupted, then I'll tell them exactly what happened. She went quiet again, and this time I knew I had her. You wouldn't do that, she said finally, but her voice had lost all authority. I smiled, even though she couldn't see it. You already did worse to me. Then I hung up. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel small. I spent the next few hours doing something I should have done years ago. I documented everything, every message, every missed call, every detail that proved I had nothing to do with that wedding. I contacted the venue directly, introduced myself, and calmly explained the situation. At first, they were skeptical. My name was on everything, after all. When I asked them to send the signed documents, everything changed. The signature wasn't mine, not even close. I pointed out inconsistencies, offered my real signature, and suggested they check timestamps and IP records. The more we dug, the clearer it became. Someone had impersonated me. Suddenly, the tone shifted from demanding payment to asking serious questions. 3 days later, my phone rang again. Mom, I answered this time. Hannah. Her voice was shaky now. We need to fix this. I leaned back in my chair. Fix what? The venue, they're threatening legal action, fraud investigation. And, I asked calmly, you need to tell them it was a misunderstanding. I let out a soft laugh. A misunderstanding? That's not what I meant the other day, she rushed. Emotions were high, it was stressful. No, I said firmly, you meant it. Silence filled the line. Hannah, please. Hearing that word felt surreal. If this goes to court. It might, I said. Because I didn't do anything wrong. Another pause, longer this time. Then she said the one thing I never expected. We didn't think it would matter. That didn't hurt anymore. It confirmed everything. Well, I said quietly, it does now. I hung up again. Weeks passed. The investigation moved forward. I cooperated fully and made sure my side of the story was clear. Meanwhile, my family was falling apart. Calls, messages, even showing up at my apartment, but I didn't respond. For the first time, they were the ones being ignored. Eventually, the outcome came. I was completely cleared. No liability, no payment, nothing tied to me. But them, they weren't so lucky. The contracts were voided under fraud, but the consequences didn't disappear. Legal fees piled up. Vendors demanded compensation. Their reputation was destroyed. People talk, and once trust is broken, it doesn't come back. Chloe's perfect wedding became something people whispered about for all the wrong reasons. As for my parents, they tried reaching out again with apologies, excuses, promises, but something had changed in me. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. I didn't need revenge because life had already handled that. I moved forward, focused on my career, my peace, and slowly built a life that didn't depend on their approval. And for the first time, I felt free. Free from expectations, free from manipulation, free from constantly trying to prove I was enough because I finally understood something. I always was. And as for that $38,000 wedding, it cost them far more than money. It cost them me. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.